I don't know if you guys can hear me, but we can give this a try here. It's my first time live streaming straight from the drone. That's the guy's 8-car garage. There's actually still a couple Lamborghinis in there. But the mansion got water park and theme park in Wisconsin Dells. So that was kind of cool. See here. Let's go up a little higher. Turn back around. Sun's off point was that spot smack dab in the center of the screen. I'm gonna go catch all the wind. Drone's about almost a half-mile away from me now. I think that's a duck or a goose down there. Ducky. Okay, losing some signal now that it went around the trees. Go back up a bit. There we go. Cool. Getting some controller interference. Let me just check my signal real quick here. Holy crap. Okay, no, I didn't plan this. But check this out. Look what I just found. Seriously? Okay, got some power lines there, but I see a Tesla. A Model S. About a quarter-mile away from me right now. Get away from the road. American car shows point. I lights on it. Cool. Whoa. Pixelation. There's the poop station. They pump the poop. Wisconsin Dells Waterworks. Now I got the whole house blocking my signal, so I'm going to go back just a little bit here and down so I can get an idea where I'm looking at. Okay, it's directly above us now, so let's just go up. We're at 110 feet altitude, and the nice thing is I'm about a quarter mile outside the airport radius for the FAA flight restrictions, which is great because I don't have to get permission to fly, and I can go all the way up to 400 feet. 400 feet. Just want to check my location. Over this way just a little bit. Cool. 20 higher. Let's look at that sunset. Look at that. Now let's look down, get a better picture of the city maybe. Those trails right there, that's the original Wisconsin Dells ducks. Another shot of the water park. Let's see if we can brighten. Straight down there in the top middle, it used to be Storybook Gardens, but they mysteriously had a fire a couple years ago, collected their insurance money and retired, of course. Let's see, where's Mount Olympus? That should be Mount Olympus right over there. See some of the rides. Someone's got a campfire going. I have no idea how this looks. I have 4 megabit upload here, which should be more than enough. Let's see, I got a little lake there, and right there in the smack dab center, just past the lake, that's the Wisconsin River. And if you guys remember, back in 2008, Wisconsin Dells made the news because the Lake Delton, which is this lake, drained. Yeah. Ooh, 48% battery. Maybe I can show you guys. Where it drained. You can see the river right there about the center of the video. That's where it drained through. Battery's holding up good, especially with the little breeze we got going on. There's the dam. Now, despite popular belief, the dam didn't break. What I understand is some moron decided to sandbag the overflow of the dam, causing the lake to reach higher levels. Well, then what happened is the next weakest part, which is that nice little green space smack dab in the center. That's where it washed through. It took 3 houses with it. And I spent a good portion of my childhood in a house. I'm not going to be able to show you right now because I'll lose signal if I go over that far. The only reason I'm able to keep signal right now is because the drone's at 331 feet above grade. So that's how I'm keeping my line of sight here. But you see that little road? It's just about center of the video right now. Maybe I can get a little closer. 42% battery, so I'm gonna have to return to home soon. Well, that's where it washed through, and it just missed the house I spent a good portion of my childhood in by about 20 or 30 feet. So the house is still there. Kind of cool. Take it easy here. 24 miles an hour. 24.5. Wow. Let's get some cars going. We're now 3,000 feet away from home. At least I know if I have to, I can land it over there and I can take the car and get the drone within about 3 minutes. Picture's getting a little... Let's see if we can get it. There it is. Okay, you see the one with the green roof, and then the one closest to the drone. And that was just a small little house there. And then right there is Dawn Manor, the oldest house in the Wisconsin Dells, still standing. It's a little bit of a tourist attraction that the tourists can't even go in. But here is where Lake Delton cut a swath. The whole highway gone. In fact, the land here used to come out right about where the center of the picture is right now. And I used to play there. That was kind of, so that was kind of crazy. In fact, right now the Wisconsin River is up about 30 feet, or just under 10 meters higher than it usually is. Wow, that pixelates. I think that's because that's what my stream looks like to YouTube. So we're going to go up so I can maintain. We're now 3,070 feet away from home base.
Maximum flight altitude reached.
Yeah, I want to keep maximum. So let's see. I'm having trouble. Okay, I'm losing control a little bit. Supposedly it looks like I have good signal from the drone, but the problem appears to be I'm getting interference from something else. So that is beautiful Lake Delton. This is actually the furthest away I have ever driven it. 32% battery left. I'd just do the return to home feature, but the return to home feature will make a beeping that for some reason DJI decided is going to be extremely loud, and they're not going to let us, acknowledge and disable the beep. 2,200 feet from home base. Yep, low battery warning. Yes, I know. And you're not going to let me shut that off, are you? You know what I'm going to do? Let's see, let's turn the low battery warning down to 15% instead of 30. And then that stops the beep. Wow, we've already been up in the air for 17 minutes and 30 seconds. Coming in for a landing. You can see where they demolished the house on the island. I used to ride my moped on that island. Back when I was a kid, there was actually 4 tiny little cabins on this island. The island's actually bigger than it looks. It's just the poor design of the property when they built the mansion really killed it. The round portion to the left was the in-ground swimming pool. Originally it was just a 4-car garage. And then he didn't have enough room for all the Lamborghinis and his Ferraris and his Ford F-150. I mean, really, he can afford the Lamborghini, but he didn't go for the Ford. The Lincoln. So yeah, 8-car garage. How about that? What's my height? Blocking signal a bit. Try and peek in some windows. Whoa, tree. Turn. See, shades are down there. Nope, all the shades are down. That's the pool heater for his pool. Even had the pump equipment. Pool heaters right there in the middle. And I'm sorry if anybody's posting on this live video stream. I actually cannot. Without having a laptop with me, I cannot respond or even read what you're saying with this. We've been up for about 19 minutes, 40 seconds. I just got some dings. Let me check those out. Nope, Twitter. I'll have to see comments.
Point.
But we have when you're not going over the lake. Wow, control's really kind of crazy right now. 50, oh shoot. Alright. Get away from the trees, because if where or what the thing does. See if I see it now. 12%.
Land.
Time. Not too shabby. I'm going to cut the live stream, and that was a fun